What's really good, bozos, babies, brothers, and blokes?
Oh, man.
How we doing today? Welcome to episode 3 of the Broadcast Boys podcast. We're here today, and it's just us, no guest.
That's all we need, though.
Straight bozo behavior from the tap.
Did LeBron and Wade need Bosch? Maybe.
Yeah,
Probably.
Brody, how we doing? How you been?
I've been good. Going through some ups and downs in my FIFA career, but I can't complain overall. I've been treated very well by my new club. Max contract. I've been taking a bunch of compound V, and my stats have been skyrocketing.
Yeah, now you've really been unbelievable. Exactly what the Pink House needs. We started a pro clubs in FIFA, the Pink House FC. If you don't know, now you know. Brody, a.k.a. Levi Lagos, is our leading striker.
Luciano Lagos.
Oh, my bad. He changed the first name on us. Luciano Lagos.
It was never Levi.
Oh,
it was Luciano Lagos. I tried to be Luciano La Cabra, but for some reason they didn't let me do it.
Hopefully we'll make it to Division 1 someday. I actually just got back from DR, though. That's what I really wanted to talk about.
How was it?
It was special. I went out there for my cousin's wedding. A little family time, a little fun in the sun, but it was way too humid for my ass, so I had to come back home, make sure I was here for the pod this week.
Did you swim?
Yeah, of course I swam. In the pools, not the beach. I don't do wildlife.
The beach wasn't nice? It wasn't like
the beach was mad nice, but there's things out there, bro.
The deep blue sea.
The deep blue sea
What
is
lies
too
beneath?
vast.
Yeah, but you're going in 0.00001% of it.
It don't matter. Jellyfish, bro?
Jellyfish are dark, but you can
You
see
gonna
them
piss on
already.
my leg?
If need be, in an emergency situation, if I had to do that.
Real friends.
We need to digress. I need your top 5 lessons learned from the DR.
Oh.
New segment, surprise segment.
Oh, top 5 lessons learned. Number 1, family is everything. Number 2, Puerto Ricans can get sunburned too.
Interesting.
Got to throw on that aloe, got to throw on that sunscreen. I forgot.
I somehow already knew that, but continue.
Sometimes in these resorts, they water down the alcohol. So bring your own bottle if you're trying to get silly. Number 4, wake up early enough for breakfast in the DR because the white folks will get to the mangoo if you're not fast enough. And number 5, unplug. Go off the grid. Enjoy your life.
I needed to know your takeaways.
Oh, I like that. Let's get into what's trending, though. First and foremost, fresh off a World Cup win, the short king of football, Lionel Messi is coming to the MLS. How do you feel about that, Luke?
I mean, I'm down. Miami is a great location for him. I know he got steak in Apple. He got steak in the MLS. But to me, it's tough to accept that this brother's played his last meaningful game of football.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was the fun move for him, right? Like, he can come to the U.S. and just be an absolute star, live in Miami where he's going to be a god. I mean, if you were curious about the power of Messi, I'm sure this comes to nobody's surprise. Inter Miami's Instagram went from 1 million followers yesterday to 5.5. Last time I checked, it could very well be 6 already right now.
In less than 24 hours?
Less than 24 hours.
That's kind of crazy.
That's the power of La Pulga.
What does La Pulga mean?
The flea.
So disrespectful.
Fleas are annoying. He's always there. He's a pest.
That's true.
I just so happen to have this right next to me. This is what he truly is right here.
But I guess he will be playing Copa America, which is in the United States, and he has won everything there is to win.
I'm saying, if he can win an MLS title, it's just adding another thing to the resume.
I want to see NBA players do this once they've accomplished everything.
Well, we're going to get into that. Maybe Chris Paul will do it.
China?
Puerto Rico. Be a god. That'd be lit. But certified good guy, Lionel Messi, curved the shit out of Barcelona because they would have had to release players and cut existing players' salaries in order to bring him back. And he didn't want to be a part of impacting players' livelihoods like that.
There's no way that was the main reason he went to the U.S.
I
There's so
mean,
many other factors.
That's a pretty good reason not to go.
I mean, it's a great, humble...
Especially if he has some of his homies are still on that squad.
It's a great PR move. I can't say it's 100% true. I believe he had the right intentions, but Inter Miami offered him something that other clubs couldn't. Equity.
Oh, I need to know more about the contract. We need a full contract breakdown as soon as it's available.
But no one has done the MLS move like Beckham. I'm sorry.
Well, speaking of that, I wanted to test you on something, brother.
Okay, let's get it.
Please tell me where these football stars who became soccer players, where did they come when they came to the MLS? What team did they play for? David Beckham.
David Beckham went to the Galaxy with the short crop top looking like Justin Bieber, bending and breaking backs all day.
Absolutely brought a new level of sex appeal to the U.S. as soon as he stepped foot onto the pitch.
That might have been his hottest era. He had a lot of hot eras. That was up there for sure.
Yeah.
Ladies, let us know in the comments.
Let's talk about someone on the opposite end of the hot spectrum, Wayne Rooney.
Well, shout out the brother for taking a first-class flight to Turkey and getting the hair transplant. I did kind of like the bald look for him. This looks unnatural, but he played for DC United. Bunch of bums. Bunch of bums, that organization.
Why you say that?
I don't know. I just wanted random beef.
Okay, let's start beef with DC United. Fuck him. I don't even know who this brother is. Gareth Bale.
He came to MLS?
Yeah.
He played on Madrid for a minute.
I'll give you a hint. A close personal friend of ours has ties to this organization.
Did he go to LAFC too? Are they really racking up the stars like that?
Yes.
Let's go. Yes. I mean, we have one friend that worked for an MLS team.
Yeah, ties.
But he worked for two teams, DC United too.
Oh, did he?
That's why I don't like the brothers.
Oh, I see. What about this brother who goes by one name and one name only? Kaká.
Oh, didn't he go to Inter Miami too?
He did not.
What? Wait.
You on the right track, though.
Oh, they sent this brother down to Orlando?
Orlando City, stand up.
What the hell?
I don't know what the name of their team is, but
Orlando FC. How do you go from Madrid to Orlando? Could you talk about a bigger drop-off? That's like Miami to Sioux Falls.
That's pretty dark.
I like this game.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
More games.
More games. More fun. Next up, David Villa.
Oh, he went to NYCFC.
Thank you. Welcome to New York City.
I know, because one of our close personal friends pretended to be a diehard NYCFC fan for 10 days.
Yeah, that lasted 2 weeks.
So I had to become a huge fan of the Red Bulls myself.
You still be wearing the scarf sometimes in the winter, though.
The scarf. No one could do it like the Metro Stars. I really miss that squad.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Frank Lampard. I know this name, but I don't know this brother.
I had no idea he came here. I'm assuming they have to be on a coast. Like, no one's going to the middle of nowhere. You know what? Maybe he actually played for a team in the Midwest. Was he a Fire? Chicago Fire?
He was not. One more guess before I give it to you.
Could he have been a member of the Columbus Crew?
He was
A
not.
Sounder?
No. He was actually rounding the bases in the Bronx on the pitch
NYC?
at NYCFC.
Oh, he went to NYCFC too.
Mm-hmm. This next one you got to know. Thierry Henry.
He played for Red Bulls for a second,
Of
no?
course he played for the Red Bulls.
Yes.
Prime time organization who does nothing but great things for the MLS year after year, season after season.
They should consolidate NYCFC and Red Bull into
Yeah,
one
that would be
super
cool.
team.
I feel like I like the Red Bulls vibe more. 100 colorway.
We love Red Bull on this side.
NYCFC is a better name though.
The New York Red Bulls? I don't know. NYCFC? That's not creative at all. I like how they incorporate the Red Bull brand into the team name so seamlessly. Now that's brand integration.
And that's what we live for. And finally, recently retired, not short of confidence, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
He went to
I definitely mispronounced that.
Ibrahimovic.
Ibrahimovic.
He went to LAFC because I remember the first game was some OD clutch performance, ice in his veins mode.
Wait, what'd you say?
Oh, wait, was it I think he went to LAFC.
Wrong.
Galaxy?
Yes.
Oh, he went to Galaxy.
LA Galaxy. Don't ever disrespect a brother like that.
It's tough to keep up with all the clubs. That league is just on the rise constantly. How could you keep up?
Bro, his confidence when he came to the MLS was ridiculous. He was telling people, he was just like, "You're one of the best players here. I was one of the best players over there.
I mean,
we are not the same."
All of his quotes are like Chuck Norris facts. Zlatan got a bunch of good ones.
Yeah, no, he is truly unbelievable. I'm excited to see what Leo's gonna do for Inter Miami, though.
You know him on a first name basis?
Of course, that's my brother.
What he's gonna
I was the next person after Salt Bay to grab the trophy from him after the World Cup.
who was he playing with in Miami?
I have no idea. You got to go back to their Instagram and figure that out.
It's really like a retirement home for these superstars.
Yeah,
The living's easy.
the city of Miami should be throwing a parade.
Guarantee you they care very minimally.
The Phoenix Suns announced that Chris Paul will be waived unless they can find a suitable trade partner. Chris Paul plans on playing several more years and helping out a contender. Thoughts, comments, concerns, landing spots.
I mean, without Chris Paul, I swear that team is nothing. I know they got big talent, but he's the one that keeps everything together. And you saw whenever he was out, they lost.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some like general managing that they're doing over there that we just don't like know about in terms of like contracts and shit like that. Because Chris Paul was making so much money, maybe they're freeing it up to be able to sign more depth.
That they traded away.
That they traded away to get Kevin Durant though.
He's
I
like
mean,
36.
if they win a championship in the next 2 years, it's because of that trade. So we'll see. Ultimately, Chris Paul, he's not durable. He's not worth the money that he's being paid. He can definitely help a team, and he's not like someone who deserves to be out the league by any means. But not with Phoenix. Phoenix got other things in mind.
I guarantee you this is going to haunt their franchise for multiple seasons, but not much more than multiple seasons. Potential landing spots: Los Angeles Lakers, Boston Celtics, New York Knicks. I mean, Lakers does make a lot of sense. It just depends. You're best friends with LeBron, but do you really want to play with him?
Yeah. I think, like when you just said Boston, and I thought about that, like they have Marcus Smart, but if they can get Chris Paul to play like a bench role, come off the bench for them as just a playmaker in the second unit, that could be pretty filthy. That's like, I think, like where he'd be the most impactful toward a championship. I mean, the Knicks would be cool too in that bench role too under Jalen Brunson, but I don't know where he's going to end up. I have down here Knicks, Lakers, Heat,
Clippers.
Maybe,
back to the Clippers, homecoming.
But they got Russ
They
right
got
now.
Russ. Who cares?
Russ played well, and they like
Oh
Russ.
my God, I
But
guarantee you they
also,
would take him.
Dark horse, Sixers.
Ooh, I actually like that too.
They're losing James Harden. Likely he's going to Houston or elsewhere. They might even do a swap. James Harden goes to Phoenix. Chris Paul goes to Philly. Chris Paul with Embiid with all those other shooters in Tobias That'd be
some
nice.
bullshit if Phoenix got Harden for Chris Paul.
Well, I mean, he can.
But
go
they got to
wherever he
take
wants.
something.
He can go wherever he wants. But did you see that Chris Paul went on a podcast recently and talked about how his daughter was being teased in school? I don't mean to laugh.
Oh yeah, I did. It was like, oh, your dad has 0 rings.
Your
Like
daddy
whatever.
ain't never-
That is exactly what comes with it.
Yeah, your daddy ain't never winning the championship. But I was saying, like, I mean, she just has the ultimate trump card to be like, your daddy's broke.
Yeah.
And ain't doing shit with his life, but going to a 9 to 5. So toma.
Also, if the only thing you can say is that they never won a championship, it's truly not that big of a deal. You don't think Chuck Barkley is happy? Some players don't even give a shit about winning a championship. No. Look at James Harden. Why would he go back to Houston? Unless you just want to live a great life.
I mean, you care about it while you're playing, I'm sure, but when you retire with millions of dollars in your bank account and multiple businesses and properties, how much does it really matter?
I'm telling you, some players care more than others, even when they're playing right now.
Well,
like,
yeah, no,
by
I'm
far,
sure,
some
I'm
players don't
sure.
give a
But
shit.
someone like Chris Paul, who's like a certified legend in this game, like no one's ever going to say Chris Paul was whack. That's going to be his only knock on him. And if that's the only knock on you as an NBA player, then why not?
They could have said he choked away multiple series over multiple years. So they're kind of taking it easy on her.
I guess.
And it's better than West Brick because that's name calling.
Twitter last night was incredible. I saw someone put up the GIF of Clay counting to 4 when he was on the bench counting to 1, 2, 3, 4. And then someone said that's Cannon Curry at the lunch table with with Chris Paul's daughter.
That's
I
cute.
was crying.
That's
one of the
Clay's
funniest
response
things.
for everything. Matter of fact, where's Draymond going? Is he going off the team?
No way. No
Really?
way.
Even without Bob Myers?
Even without Bob Myers, I think Bob Myers stepped away because he's like, you know what? I championed the Steph Curry era, got them 4 rings. Like, if I walk away right now, like, that is my impact on this organization. He can go get paid somewhere else and start over.
But I thought the Lakers' dream free agent was Draymond Green. You told me that months ago.
Well, I think that still is, but Draymond don't want to leave the Warriors. Why would he? Should be a Warrior for life.
Because he might be the biggest LeBron fan in the world.
Well, yeah, no,
He
he certainly
really
is.
might be. He did a
is.
wedding he did a wedding recap, maybe like a couple of years anniversary, and it said just like, "Yo, like thanks again, LeBron, for making this day that much better." No shout out to his wife.
Yeah, no, I mean, their friendship is pretty hilarious, and it's got to be a little bit more one-sided.
LeBron neutralized him. It's like what Jordan would do to Barkley, or what he said he would do to Barkley, like befriend him and then destroy.
I
It's
see.
100% one-sided.
Broke his spirit.
It's 100% one-sided.
Okay, I see.
But then again,
yeah, because I'm thinking that there's no way that LeBron thinks that he's as good of friends as Draymond thinks they're good friends.
Draymond's just so vocal.
You know what I mean?
He's on TV all the time and he's talking all the time. But I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
But that's probably LeBron's relationship with everybody, except for Kyrie, maybe.
You think he actually likes Kyrie?
I think he might like Kyrie more than... Well, Kyrie didn't want to play with him.
Well, let me ask you this. Does he like Kyrie because Kyrie was the only person who didn't like him?
Yes, it's like a Logan Roy Succession type of vibe.
Mm-hmm. He
Mental
is,
mind games.
Yeah, it's really a mental game. He's like really seeking his affection because he won't give it to him, and he gets it from everybody else.
Yes.
The one person that should be showing him the respect because he taught him the ways in Cleveland early on. Who knows where Chris Paul will end up? Who knows where Draymond will end up? But
Contenders, I'll tell you that.
definitely contenders because they can still contribute, and they'll be pivotal pieces to whatever team that they end up on. And who knows? Maybe Chris Paul just waves and then re-signs with the Suns for a more manageable deal.
Nah, oh my God, Eureka. Kyrie for CP3 sign and trade.
Oh, but does KD want to play with Kyrie again?
I feel like he loves Kyrie.
There's no way, bro.
There were rumors the second that they got traded. There were rumors.
Don't know about that.
We'll see. Mark my words, though.
I don't know if KD wants
Just
to do
keep
it.
this one in mind.
KD don't got too many years left.
Bro, I called the end of Succession. This applies as well.
All right, well, if you called the end of Succession, I guess
That's more complicated than NBA drama.
I guess.
Thank you.
So right now, I'm not sure who has more game on the court for the NBA to be looking at, Chris Paul or my son, Pete Davidson.
My twin?
Your twin, all of Hollywood's future boyfriend and former sneaky link, Pete Davidson, was seen balling the fuck out at the Running Rebels facility in Vegas recently. He's lanky. He reminds me of Tayshaun Prince.
Ooh. I actually had a different comparison for him.
All right.
Bones Highland.
Bones.
He's more shifty with the left.
I'm just saying, man, he can use either hand. He's definitely grabbing at his kidney after all them cigarettes he be smoking.
He must have missed that dunk if they didn't show the finish. But the fact that he went for it and was in range.
Look at my boy on the break with the lay, over the shoulder, outlet pass like Kevin Love.
That 360 pass was OD. Nah, he definitely Bones Highland. He's 6'3". He couldn't be more than 150, right?
Nah, he's thin. But I feel like he's wiry and strong.
He's actually athletic.
Yeah, he's got to be.
I did not know he was a lefty. Who would have pinned that one down?
No idea. And also, it looked like he could have thrown that down, but I feel like if he did, it would have made it into the video.
What do you think about that jump shot for him, though? You're the shooting doctor.
Me, the shooting doctor? Well, it looks like he's a lefty. Lefties typically can shoot.
Mixtapes are so, what's it called? They're so deceiving. Mixtapes are so deceiving.
No, it's
Because he might have played for 2 hours straight and we saw 4 clips in 1 bucket. But overall, he looks more athletic than people would give him credit for. And I think that's why it's going viral.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just that nobody even knew that this dude hooped. And then we see him out there just even looking halfway decent is impressive. But, Luke, I need you to tell me. I'm going to put Pete Davidson up against some other celebrity hoopers that we've seen their mixtape on. I want you to tell me who's better, who's worse.
Yes.
Who would you rather take on your team?
I already know who's bringing me the title.
All right, we're going to start with Pete Davidson versus former SNL cast member Adam Sandler.
Ooh. Oh, I'm not watching highlights. Oh.
We're not watching highlights.
Okay. I'm taking Adam Sandler all day because he's a 5'9" Nikola Jokic, getting everyone involved. But you've got to be ready for those passes, though, because it could be turnover central if he has the wrong personnel.
He's so unselfish, and he's a capable shooter, too. And if he's getting co-signed from, like, legitimate NBA players, like Shaq said, he could really ball.
Pete Davidson, he probably smoke him before the game. He might give you a highlight play or two, but overall, nah. I'd rather have Sandler.
All right. Pete Davidson versus the boy, Drizzy Drake Rogers.
I have to go Drake because of the sheer amount of hours he's trained. With the amount of time he's put into the game, you think he should be a little bit better. I feel like he's only had a slight progression since he lived in Calabasas.
Yeah.
He has like 5 championships in his own house. You know he's knocked down, he's fundamental, and he's a smart player.
Exactly. And
So
he learned from K Showtime.
I'm going with Drake. I think that's pretty easy, no?
Yeah, Drake's a legitimate shooter. Granted, he pays his friends not to play defense. Hot take. And that's why he's always open. But he's still nice.
He also ain't no...
Gotta give it to the boy.
He's not no slouch. Like, he's pretty brolic. He could play some defense. Pete Davidson going to get babied in the post.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
that's
if
true.
I could baby you in the post, I don't need you on the team.
Yeah, now Pete's getting bullied by most of the dudes on this list, except a few, but we'll get there. Next up, and this is one of my favorite low-key hoopers that don't get enough love, Justin Bieber.
I was hoping you were going to say this. It depends what Bieber we're getting. If we're getting Bieber in the yellow tank top with the big fitted hat, playing on a backyard rim and really crossing the shit out of everyone and anyone,
With the same,
I want him.
With the same tween over and over?
But nah, overall, Justin Bieber is actually a great player. He's another lefty. He could run, he could defend, he could pass, he could shoot, and he could make the right play. He got good spatial awareness from his hockey days. Justin Bieber, easily. I've never seen him miss at Lifetime Fitness.
I was very impressed with him as a youngster. I can only imagine he's only gotten better and better as he got older.
We've seen him in celebrity games as of 5-6 years ago.
I'm saying I know that I just know that he's working low key because he loves the game.
Easy. Pete Davidson, damn.
This one's a wash, but I included him because I know how much you love this brother, J. Cole.
This one's tougher than it seems. Nah, J. Cole played in Africa. I don't know if it was a
Yeah.
publicity stunt or not, but he did score in a professional league on multiple occasions. Played high school basketball. Walked on to St. John's, so
Nearly threw it down in the dunk contest.
It pains me to say J. Cole, but give me Bieber in the yellow tank top all day.
Another wash, Breezy.
I mean, Chris Brown's actually just incredible at basketball.
he's really
so
good.
smooth. When does he have time to practice? I don't understand how he gets on a court and is so seamless with it.
I think he's widely regarded as the best celebrity hooper.
He's better than J. Cole.
I would think so. I think Chris Brown could have played it in Africa too if he wanted to do the publicity stunt.
He's such a threat. I watched a Crew League game where he hit 4 threes to start the game.
Yeah,
and on top, that's not even his best skill. His best skill set's his handles.
Nah, his best skill set is his dancing.
In basketball. Footwork.
Facts. Gucci Mane.
I don't know if I've ever seen Gucci Mane play, but if
He's a bully in the post, you definitely
Oh wait,
have.
I have.
He's a bully in the post.
I do remember Gucci. I'll take Gucci Mane. Give me that physique on my team for sheer intimidation. I know he does have some post moves, a lot of strength. I'll take Gucci, but I don't remember his game.
Travis
Scott might be the most despicable basketball player I've ever seen in my life. Land Before Time has the most broken jump shot I've ever seen.
He said Land Before
He does. He shoots like a 7-year-old.
He looks like he's using everything he's got to muster up that shot just to hit the rim.
I know Travis Scott cannot dribble a basketball like Pete Davidson can, or he can't move. There's no way he can move. Quavo's nice, but he's overrated. I've seen a video of him missing 20 straight jump shots at the Chris Brickley gym. I cannot reveal my source. But
everybody misses.
When it's prime time and the lights are brightest, he does step up. He was MVP of the celebrity game. Quarterback in high school, he could play.
Yeah, he's one of the better athletes on this list. And finally, I think this one is probably the closest matchup we got. Can white man jump Jack Harlow?
I feel like maybe after the movie, he had to have some sort of training to get better. He was solid in that game that Bleacher Report put on. It doesn't thrill me to say Jack Harlow, but I'm taking him. Matter of fact, no. Because Pete Davidson is a threat in transition.
Exactly.
So I'm taking him. Jack Harlow, anyone could bring to the table what he brings.
Also, Jack Harlow's pretty tall, though.
Pete Davidson's tall, too.
Yeah, no, Jack. Well,
the way
we can go either way, but we're going Pete just because that's our boy.
Jack Harlow cannot go coast to coast like Pete Davidson did in that video. Switch hands midair. He looking like Jordan against the Lakers. Even though he just went to his strong hand, not his weak hand.
Looking like a big body bully like my boy Zion Williamson.
Oh, Lord.
I think you know where we're going with this one. Zion Williamson is a new father. Congratulations. But some were less than pleased to hear the news.
Who?
Luke, I want you to listen to this Stephen A. clip for me, please.
Uh-oh.
This is the first time he's hearing this.
A girl by the name of Mariah Mills calling them out by name, giving vivid details of their encounters with one another.
Oh, he's so horny.
She's a porn star. Man, you only played 29 games last year. What the hell is taking you so long to get healthy? Well, now I know. I mean,
What?
she's
There's
a
no
porn
correlation.
star. Well, one would surmise she's kind of an expert at whatever it is she does.
Ew,
No wonder
why do
you ain't
love
healthy.
sex so
I'm
much?
talking about your legs. We need those legs spry. Your lower extremities
Ew.
Listen.
were compromised.
Dude, whenever I see a Stephen A. Smith clip from his radio show, I know it's going to be a fucking doozy. What is he talk? I know it's a story, but the way he's talking about it is so unbelievably creepy.
Whenever he's talking about anything remotely related to anything sexual or women,
He starts talking like this.
he just always puts on this voice.
Meg Thee Stallion throughout the first pig.
I don't like, no, let me not say that I think like Stephen A. is a creep by any means.
He's creepy, though, the way he talks about
Yeah,
it.
he's creepy. I don't think that he's out here making...
He's definitely respectful to women.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. I think that he's respectful to women, but when he's talking like this and like trying to be entertaining and funny, it comes off incredibly creepy.
Unless he's
but
trolling.
also hilarious.
And if he knows this is an act and people are like, this is absolutely ridiculous. No matter what he talks about, it's going to get attention. I wish they talked about pop culture, dating, relationships way more than they do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see, aside from the fact that if Zion has a woman pregnant, he shouldn't be cheating on that girl. But like, again, whose business is that really? Like, he's 22 years old. Let the boy live.
Literally has
You know what I mean?
nothing to do with his injuries or game. I just don't understand the take.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing. He just was trying to figure out a way to
bring it
discuss
up?
it and also keep it about sports. Like, because that's like his brand, I guess. I think that's what he was going for.
Very compromised.
These NBA players, you know, they're humans. Like, let them rock. Let them do whatever the hell they want to do. What does it matter to any of you guys who they're dating, who they taking home?
It must be hard for these guys to find a nice, down-to-earth girl because they're always with the same woman. So these ladies must know something about the industry that a casual wouldn't. Yeah. But to me, it's weirder that Zion Williamson's 22 and he needs to engage in some sort of contract with this porn star. This shit should be easy, bro. You're a superstar. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. But I'm going to say this about the 2019 draft class. Ja Wick with the blicky and Freak Boy Zion. RJ's looking real good right now.
Yikes.
RJ, stay your ass inside. There's nothing outside for you in the streets of New York City. Please stay home. Stay in the gym, matter of fact.
That could be his best skill set, though. He's a good-looking guy. He seems like a very nice, humble man.
Yeah, no.
He could date my daughter.
RJ, I would trust RJ with my daughter over anybody else.
Over Josh Hart.
Over Josh Hart, even though he really loves his wife if he's drinking her breast milk.
My dream son-in-law is Mitchell Robinson.
All right, for those of you guys who don't know, Brody and I are New York City based, and it's been pretty insane this week over here. It's always blue and orange skies in New York City, but it was kind of taken to a different level. Luke, did you see this video? Look at the difference between our beautiful New York City skyline just last week to this.
I mean, it was literally the worst air quality on the planet, like #1.
That's insane. Do you see this shit?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't see the World Trade Center from my crib in Brooklyn. How is it orange? I don't understand.
I don't
Forest fires in
know.
Quebec? Keep it up there.
I saw on Twitter it said that that New York City looked like what American movies make Mexico look like.
That's true. Or some sort of post-apocalyptic dystopian thriller.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of liked it, though.
Yeah, New York City found themselves inside of Ice Spice's fro.
As long as it's not detrimental to anyone's health, long or short term. It's kind of cool to experience crazy shit like this.
As long as everyone's okay and nobody gets hurt from this shit, it was kind of cool to witness, I guess.
Yeah, like it's fun to walk outside.
This is the fourth time it's happened in the last 4 years.
Oh,
It
really?
happened in San Francisco and Los Angeles in 2020.
Happens in Los Angeles every day.
Yeah, I'm saying it's all those forest fires out there. And then also in Sydney, Australia in 2019. These pictures all look pretty bad. I would say New York looks the worst.
New York's the worst. No matter what we do, we're #1.
Yeah, no, this is it's tough to watch. But then you said about it being the worst air quality in the world. So I checked it out, right? And I was looking at its air quality index. So anywhere above 100 for the air quality index, the health effects are possible. Anywhere between 150 and 200, health effects likely. 200 and 300, health alert, all impacted. And anything over 300 is a health emergency.
Anything over 300?
Anything over 300 is a health emergency.
It was over 300 yesterday.
I know, bro.
Oh my gosh.
That's what's crazy. And then today, it seems like a normal day outside, but the number is still 191.
Oh, so this is
so it's still unhealthy outside.
This is about to be contagion. 28 days later.
I have no idea.
Oh, so I really am Cillian Murphy.
He probably are.
28 days later, it's me versus the world.
Oh, it was insane. I was walking over here, and I think that I might have just been in my head and creating some fake shit in my mind, but I swear I wasn't breathing normal, bro.
I mean, my smoke alarm went off in my apartment because I had a window cracked and no other extracurriculars were going on. Riddle me that at 2 a.m.
Anyway, point is, it's been nasty here in New York, but we are surviving. So
yeah, I mean, it's safe.
Keep us in your prayers.
A natural disaster is definitely intriguing.
I mean, yeah,
it's not tragic.
I like I said, as long as everybody's good and nobody's really getting hurt, I think that as scary as it might have been, it was a cool thing to live through. To seeing the city like that, it was something out of a movie, something out of a storybook.
Surreal.
Hopefully, this shit will get better soon, and we can go outside and live life, breathe air.
Talk to me nice, Al Roker. Please give me something positive in the morning.
Please.
Deuce, it's time to look at the most controversial athletes of all time, of the wildest sports figures to ever play the game.
Okay.
It's about to get real dark and dirty.
Oh, jeez. Let's get it.
All right, let's start with our playing games, Deuce.
Playing.
Shoeless Joe Jackson versus Darren Sharper. Face off for the right to face O.J. Simpson. This one's easy.
What's your beef with Shoeless Joe?
I found a list.
Oh,
okay. People's beef with Shoeless Joe is he fixed the World Series, but that pales in comparison to what Darren Sharper was doing.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, Shoeless Joe was just he just did some shit, dumb shit that don't matter.
They didn't have FanDuel in 1920. What is he supposed to do?
Who was betting on the game back then? Darren Sharper was doing some wild boy
let's
shit.
move on. Darren Sharper, the hardest hitting safety in the league.
Darren Sharper.
All right, so Darren Sharper is moving on. Deuce, A-Rod versus Ray Lewis.
Oh, well, I mean, A-Rod's kind of corny sometimes. I actually love A-Rod. I can see him being a little corny from time to time. I don't know if he's ever done anything as egregious as Ray Lewis.
He hasn't, but the amount of controversy he caused was literally nonstop when he was in New York. Ray Lewis had one huge blemish, found not guilty. I would personally vote A-Rod. Ray Lewis did not have many controversies.
Okay, so this is not who's the biggest scumbag.
No,
this is just who's been the most controversial in their career. All right, then, we can go A-Rod. Wherever he went, there was always something going on. He started beef with Jeter, the quietest star in the history of sports.
Okay, Rodman versus Lawrence Taylor.
Rodman or Lawrence Taylor. Oh, this one is one of the harder ones. How is LT a 25 seed? I'm gonna have to go Rodman.
I'm going Rodman, too.
I'm going to go Rodman. He married himself. He took 72 hours in Vegas in the middle of the playoffs.
Lawrence Taylor had more antics. Dennis Rodman was kicking cameramen, dyeing his hair every single color. He wanted the controversy.
Yeah.
Okay. Ray Rice versus Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa, all he did was cork a bat and then bleach his skin.
Yeah.
Ray Lewis went Mike Tyson in an elevator. So Ray Rice moves on.
Yeah, we're going to have to go Ray Rice. What he did was unforgivable.
Okay, Conor McGregor versus Richie Incognito for the right to face Tanya Harding.
Oh, man. We got to go Richie.
Gotta go Richie. Conor McGregor.
He's kind of lovable. If you're a fan,
he just
talks mad shit.
That's the thing, because Richie Incognito was a big bully, but in general, Conor McGregor has cosmos. Remember when he threw the dolly through the bus?
Oh.
But Richie Incognito is really just sick. So we can move him on.
Yeah, we got to go Richie. He's a sick fuck.
So now Tanya Harding versus Richie Incognito. This is a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, Tanya.
She arranged for her main competitor's leg to literally be broken mafia style.
Yeah.
By two fat fucks.
Yeah.
By two fat man.
She was so box office, they got Margot Robbie to play her.
Okay, Pete Rose versus Jose Canseco. Battle of the baseball bozos.
Pete Rose didn't do nothing.
Pete Rose is just modern-day Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Yo, free my man Pete.
Jose Canseco wrote a book admitting to a bunch of shit and then snitching on everybody. He's the face of steroids, and a baseball went off his head for a home run.
100%. Shout out my boy Pete. Get him in the hall. Stop hating.
That is kind of crazy. Ooh, interesting right here. Mike Tyson versus Kyrie Irving.
Oh, man. Okay, so we're going to go recency bias here. It has to be Kyrie, but we're talking about 90s Tyson?
It can't be.
90s Tyson with the ear and with Robin Givens.
With
everything.
Kyrie's a conspiracy theorist. It's all
he's kind of harmless.
Yeah, he's harmless. Let's go Mike Tyson.
Yeah, we got to go Mike.
I mean, biting the ears.
Just the ear alone.
That's a big accolade to your resume.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Antonio Brown versus Johnny Foosball. AB.
Definitely AB.
Yeah.
Johnny Football was a lovable doofus.
Antonio Brown is the living embodiment of CTE and the decisions that come with it after that.
Absolutely. He ran off the field in the middle of a game, and then he was found in Europe weeks later just letting it all hang out.
And that's literally the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, that's just a few things.
How you get frostbite in Oakland?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Oh, because he flew in on a hot air balloon.
Ridiculous.
He fought the NFL over helmet regulations. All right, that's easy. He might be a contender for the championship.
Yeah, he's up there.
Matter of fact, Luis Suarez and Draymond Green face off for the right to play Aaron Hernandez.
Listen, educate me about Suarez because I don't know too much about the brother. He's a footballer?
He's bitten his opponent on 4 or 5 separate occasions.
In soccer? When is that even?
In the penalty box. And then against Ghana, they were about to score a game-winning goal, and he just blocked it with his hands because he figured they were better off taking a penalty kick than just the ball going in. He got a red card, was suspended for the next match, but they saved the penalty kick and ended up winning. I mean, it was kind of a dirty move, but it paid off, but that's another controversy he had.
Sounds like he just does whatever it takes for his team to win. A lot like Draymond Green. This is a tough one.
I think, what has Draymond Green actually done?
I mean, he accidentally kicked LeBron in the balls or kicked a few guys in the balls.
I feel like biting your opponent is next level.
Yeah, I mean, I just think for blocking, that's like Draymond doing an egregious goaltend, like a very important
Katie. Well, Katie, what do you think? You
game.
have insight onto both of these brothers. All right, we'll take her as the tiebreaker.
Yeah. We'll go Suarez. Suarez now going up against Aaron Hernandez.
I mean, in this situation, Aaron Hernandez is probably the GOAT, most controversial. So let's move him on immediately.
Yeah, let's just move him on. I think we all know
no
why.
explanation needed.
Yeah. Deshaun Watson and T.O.
T.O. was an entertainer. Deshaun Watson is a criminal.
I don't know why T.O.'s on the list. T.O. it was straight box office entertainment and touchdowns.
Because he was A-Rod-esque. He always kept himself in the news. Sit-ups in front of his house.
Yeah, but Deshaun Watson is
it's not comparable.
Is a pretty sick fuck.
I mean, that's why it is a... Oh, actually, that was too close of a seeded matchup. This is in my list, by the way. Colin Kaepernick versus Diego Maradona.
I don't think Colin Kaepernick...
Unfortunately, he did cause mass controversy.
He is controversial, like, by definition, but the controversy is absolutely ridiculous.
Diego Maradona was literally using after scoring penalty kicks.
Yeah, no, he was definitely on some wild shit.
He was also, a party boy, ultimate party boy.
One of the most controversial plays in football history, the hand of God, and that's him.
True. All right, we'll go Maradona.
We got to go Maradona because Colin Kaepernick, he didn't deserve all of that flack. He didn't do nothing but kneel.
And
Everyone relax.
If they had mass media back when Maradona was in his prime, it would have been a big story. All right, Barry Bonds versus Floyd Mayweather. This one's too easy for me.
No, it's definitely Barry.
Yeah, Barry Bonds.
100% Barry. Floyd is just the greatest boxer ever.
And the greatest moneymaker off of boxing ever.
Exactly.
Barry
But
Bonds.
he cannot read one page of a Harry Potter book.
That's the ultimate steroid scandal is Barry Bonds. Homie's head went from a peanut to the Big Apple.
But I still don't think Barry did anything wrong personally.
He definitely did. But,
Nah, bro. Who cares? They made baseball fun. Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds.
I mean, they can still make it fun by doing something wrong.
I mean, yeah, sure. Technically, it was against the rules. But before he did an ounce of steroids, he was the best player in the league by far.
So why do you have to do it?
Because
they just asked.
Because they weren't talking about him. They were talking about Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire because they were hitting home runs.
All right, so he definitely did something wrong by definition of the word. But if it
Sure.
was fun, so be it. I love Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa.
Yeah, so do I. And I love Barry Bonds, too. There's a reason why that era of baseball was the most entertaining to watch. I don't care what the angry old white folks got to say. Respectfully.
Angry old white folks invented this game.
I guess
I actually don't know where baseball was invented. Anyway, Pac-Man Jones versus Roger Clemens for the right to face off with Lance Armstrong.
Ooh, got to be Roger.
Roger was a piece of shit. Pac-Man Jones did make it rain at a strip club, and then this isn't going to go. And then hit the woman who tried to pick it up after.
Okay, that's controversial.
Yeah, that's
My
bad.
fault. But Roger Clemens,
somehow Roger Clemens is more of a piece of
with
shit.
the PEDs, and he threw the bat.
I will never, ever forgive him for that. That one that one had me so upset as a little kid.
A little Met fan. He was tight.
Well, because that was our fucking moment to shine. And the way he disrespected our superstar, our franchise piece.
Hey, listen, he's a former Yankee legend. I got nothing but love for Roger Clemens.
He was scary. But I mean, he's about to get
don't
booted
know
off
about.
the island immediately because Lance Armstrong is the most prolific liar in sports history.
That's right, and he did it with one testicle.
All right, Darryl Strawberry versus Tigre Woods.
Oh, definitely Tiger.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's Tiger just because of that cheating incident blew the fuck up out of proportion. USA Today ran a profile on 20 of his side pieces.
And then the car accident.
That was one of the and then like recently.
Yeah, and then the car accident because he was in an argument with his wife or something like that.
Oh, I was thinking. See, he has so many incidents because the first incident, Shorty was hitting his car with a golf club because of all the side pieces.
That's
yes,
what I'm
Tiger.
saying. And Darryl Strawberry, he just had trouble with addiction.
Next,
It was the 80s.
Mike Vick versus Meta.
Oof.
I mean, Meta has.
Damn, this is tough. Dogfighting or the Malice at the Palace?
Meta has the most infamous scandal in NBA history, along with a bunch of other crazy fucking things he did.
The James Harden elbow to the head.
You're at the top of the top, and you're doing that. I would say Mike Vick.
This is the first one we disagree on, brother.
All
I say Meta World Peace. Katie.
All right, Mike Vick is moving on. We had a tiebreaker from the booth.
Damn, man. He didn't deserve everything he got, respectfully.
Caitlyn
Jenner or Johnny McEnroe?
Well, I feel like Caitlyn Jenner is randomly like anti-trans.
Yeah, but is trans.
Yeah, isn't she kind of?
Something like that. I know that the trans community and the LGBTQ community as a whole does not co-sign her.
O.J. Simpson versus Darren Sharper. This is closer than
I don't know,
one would think,
man.
but when we're talking about actual murder, I'm gonna go O.J. Simpson.
We got to go. Oh, there was a whole TV show about him. There's no TV show about Darren Sharper. They had my man Ross from Friends playing Mr.
He'll
Kardashian.
always be the juice. O.J. Simpson versus A-Rod. Steroids versus a double homicide. We got to go O.J.
Definitely OJ. I even feel bad that A-Rod is in this conversation with him because A-Rod, I mean, he has his moments, but he seems like he's a pretty solid dude.
Graceful defeat. That's because we've all been bamboozled by his charm. He's very
he's
charming.
so charming.
He's
I love
so
A-Rod.
charming. He's so charming.
I love A-Rod. I just hope that if I ever meet him, that he's a good dude because then I don't want to.
Are you kidding me? We would love him.
I'm
but
sure
we
we
would
would
not
love
know the real him. Anyway, Dennis Rodman versus Ray Rice. You know, Ray Rice, that was a terrible incident, but no one knows about him. Dennis Rodman is worldwide famous for being controversial.
I would agree with that, but at the same time, it's just like as soon as Ray Rice had his controversy, we never heard from him again. They got him completely out of there. If that doesn't mean he did the most controversial thing of all of Dennis Rodman did, I think what Ray Rice did was way more controversial, even if it was just one thing.
Tiebreaker. Ray Rice moves on. Congratulations,
Ray Rice moves
brother.
on.
Congratulations, brother. I guess we do have to take into account some of the sick things they did, not just sheer controversy.
Exactly. Like Rodman was in the news a lot, but he didn't really do anything fucked up to anybody.
Tanya Harding versus Jose Canseco. I mean, that Tanya was one of the most infamous incidences of all time.
She put a hit out on somebody, basically.
Yeah, okay, we can give it to Tanya. But Jose's just still out here.
He's just a snitch.
Yes, he's still
And a
out here.
steroid user.
He's a PR merchant.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson versus AB. This might be recency bias, but for me, I'm going Antonio Brown because it's literally a Bible-length list of controversies.
100%. And we have to consider Mike Tyson's second act. These days, he's pretty chill. He's pretty inspiring.
Yeah, we got to give AB some years to catch up. Maybe he'll be there one day.
He's also off the mushrooms at all times.
I highly doubt it. Aaron Hernandez versus Deshaun Watson. This is a how to catch a predator.
Yeah.
Versus, this brother's resume. You know what he's done for the game.
Yeah.
Aaron Hernandez. He literally checks off every single box of the controversy list.
Yeah. We got to do it for Aaron Hernandez.
The Maradona versus Barry Bonds. This is a wash. Barry Bonds.
Yeah. Give me Barry Bonds because to this day, people are mad at Barry Bonds for what I consider to be absolutely nothing.
People stay debating about Barry Bonds. Everyone holds Maradona with great respect.
Get Barry in the hall immediately.
This is a clash of the Titans. Lance Armstrong versus Tiger. Ooh. That could be a Final Four matchup.
Damn, they met way too early. I got to go Tiger.
I think I'm going Lance Armstrong. He duped the entire nation using his cancer as a way to garner sympathy for his business.
I didn't even think of that part.
And then threw everyone else under the bus, including his own team that helped him win 7 Tour de France's.
Tiger was just out here being a dog, which is a lot can be said about a lot of men.
Well, think about it. Golf is very popular in America. Who the hell? The fact that people were talking about cycling.
Yeah. People were proud of this brother. They truly were. They really wanted to see him win.
And who didn't have the Livestrong bracelet?
I know. We all did.
O.J. Simpson versus Ray Rice in the Elite Eight. Hands down. O.J. Simpson. At the end of the day, I believe Ray Rice hopefully at least knows he should atone for his mistakes. O.J. Simpson still denied July. He wrote a book, said, if I did it, this is how I would have done it.
That's ridiculous. And I'm sure that Ray Rice is, he's paying the price for what he did because lost his career and nobody's ever heard or seen him since.
Cuba Gooding Jr. moves on.
O.J.
Ooh, congrats on a Final Four appearance.
Tanya Harding or Antonio Brown?
I feel like historically and worldwide, you would think I think it's Tanya Harding still.
Still think so?
Sending out physical pain on someone
in order to win?
I mean, she could have technically been killed somehow. Like, you never know.
Yeah.
This list right now is completely chalk. No upsets. Maybe upsets earlier, but the Final Four is looking like 1 through 4. Yeah. Maybe. Aaron Hernandez versus Barry Bonds.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I feel like somehow Aaron Hernandez, it's not controversial, but it's newsworthy. Like, it's crazy fucking news. But Barry Bonds is a topic of controversy and debate all the time.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Because if we really, think about the word controversy.
Should I look up the definition?
Yeah, I got it right here.
That ass? You had it up?
Controversy. Disagreement, typically when prolonged, public, and heated.
Okay, that's the definition of Barry Bonds.
That's the definition of Barry Bonds. Like, we all know Aaron Hernandez is a sicko for many reasons, but the brother is gone. So let's not speak ill of the dead.
That's why I said Rodman should beat Ray Rice. Prolonged discussion. But it also doesn't. It's okay.
But it's fine now.
Now it's okay.
Now it's fine. Barry Bonds moves on.
I mean, Lance Armstrong versus Caitlyn Jenner. The fact that Caitlyn Jenner has even made it this far is a bit ridiculous. Lance Armstrong.
It's still Lance.
It's a wash.
Yeah.
Let's start with Lance Armstrong versus Barry Bonds because this is as close as it gets. They both define the word controversy, prolonged debate, and discussion.
Oh, and they were both at the top of their game.
And both prolific liars.
Yes.
I still think it's Lance Armstrong because you got to. I'm sorry he had cancer, but he had cancer and he used that to dupe people.
No, utilizing cancer for sympathy when you're doing some dirt shit is as low as you can go because there's people out here really fighting and going through a lot with that. And also, for him, he made a mockery of it.
We should have known.
Why?
To come back from being so weak to being at the absolute top of your game in such a short amount of time. Also, the whole sport.
It adds up. Bro, it certainly adds up.
The whole sport does it. Shout out my man Justin Williamson from Red Bull Racing. 12-time world champion, a big Broadcast Boys fan.
Let's get it. Shout out him.
Okay. O.J. Simpson versus Tanya Harding.
Multiple documentaries on both. Like this was
OJ.
Heavy news.
You know why? Because we've talked about the double homicide. We haven't even mentioned the infamous car chase.
Yeah, the white Bronco.
There's just so much involved in society and politics and culture wars.
OJ took the nation by storm.
Yeah, and sparked top discussions about a bunch of issues, including race too.
Wasn't he a Heisman winner too? Like one of the better.
Dirty.
Yeah, he was one of the best players in the league.
He won the Heisman, but he was the juice for a reason.
Yeah, he'll always be the juice. It's got to be OJ. Wow, this is really what we figured it might come down to.
I actually don't know.
Between these two, right?
I don't know. Everyone knows OJ did it. And that is very controversial. But the way that Lance Armstrong deceived the nation, I really is still mad at this brother.
know,
and he broke Sheryl Crow's heart.
But once again, if we have to rely on the definition,
Let me read the word. I want the word.
The definition of controversy: disagreement, typically when prolonged, public, and heated. There's still back and forth as to whether or not he did it.
I want the second definition.
Okay.
There's no back and forth on whether or not he did it. It's just still brought up sometimes.
There is no second definition. That's just what it is.
Shit.
Here we go. Thesaurus, though. Disagreement, dispute, argument, debate, contention.
I guess everyone agrees that both of these brothers are clowns.
Right, but OJ's the only one who is not actually official.
But you know what? At the end of the day, I do have to take into account what they actually did. While Lance Armstrong did do some nasty shit, no one died.
Yes.
On their watch.
OJ
Simpson, congratulations. You are the most controversial athlete and sick fuck of all time.
He will always be the juice. Damn, Luke, we should probably do more brackets on this pod.
Say less. I'm trying to do viral sensations bracket next.
Oh, maybe we'll do that next week. Especially if this one does well, because that was tough. We really had to dial in on what controversy really means in order to figure out which one of them bozos was really truly the sickest.
At the end of the day, I think the right man won.
And he's the wrong man, too. Mm-hmm. Amen, brother. That's going to do it for today's podcast, episode 3. Just the broadcast, boys. Hope y'all liked it. Make sure y'all tune in next week. We're going to have somebody special, and we'll be back and better. We are the Broadcast Boys. Make sure you like and subscribe. YouTube channel, The Broadcast Boys Show. Apple, Spotify, all love top to bottom. You already know what it is. Peace.